Hi, my name is Marietta Mahani, and this week's Aqua tip is the cross kick. Cross kick. So we're going to cross kick. So we're going to push the foot down and kick the leg out to the side. Now there's a couple of ways that you can do this. You can do this with a rebound, and you can do this stable, and you can also play around with the arms. Let's go with the rebound first. So I'm going to rebound, so I'm hopping on the opposite leg. I'm bringing the knee up, pushing the foot down, and then bringing the knee up again and kicking the leg out. There's a really strong adductor workout and abductor workout. Quads are working, hamstrings are working. So, is there a muscle group still left in the thigh? No, we've covered them all, and that's what's cool about this exercise. We're going to be working every muscle in the body. As long as you bring the knee up, push the heel down, bring the knee up, and kick the leg out to the side. Now I was hopping on the left leg, yep, whole foot coming down to the bottom of the pool on the left leg, fingers are open, and I'm pushing and pulling through the water with my arms. Oh, it's such a good cardio workout because it works so many muscle groups at the same time. Now the other arm action that you can do with this is the push to either side. So push, 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 push. And now I've got a bit more rotation through the torso. Bring the knee up, and it does feel very different. The leg still feels the same, but my arm action is a little bit different. And having said that, I'm pushing and I'm pulling, so my fingers are flicking down in the water, so I'm pushing the water and grabbing it in towards me. There's more movement of the head, and that's better from a vestibular purpose. Now, you can do both. I do both. And I don't do both straight after each other, but I play around with the arms because it gives a bit of variety to the exercise. Now the other option is to keep the foot stable. I'll do it on the opposite side. So no rebound. I'm keeping my right foot on the bottom of the pool. And this becomes a much more powerful leg action as far as this leg is concerned. So this leg's really working. Notice how my body's moving from side to side at the same time, and that's important because if I don't take my body across, it's hard to get my heel over and drive my heel down to the bottom of the pool. So I'm bringing the knee up and I'm bringing the knee up. So there's 2 knee lifts while I'm demonstrating this. Now I can also do this with the other arm action where I'm pushing and pulling the water. Now with that arm action I can move a little bit faster, but my leg still works just as hard. Oh, it is such a brilliant leg exercise. You've got to get in the pool and try this one. So with the hop or even stable, and I like to combine those two. I might do 2 hops, 2 with a hop and 2 stable. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And it also gives you an abdominal workout because of that movement, especially when you're going from rebound to stable back up to rebound. Really cool exercise. And that will give your clients enough variety, but the heart rate goes up as long as you're moving at that speed and you're moving the water in the same way. But just check out the video again and notice how much turbulence that was created when I got going, when I was really moving through the water. Let's warm me out. And that is this week's Aqua tip. Demonstrating the crossover kick on pool deck is, well, obviously not as challenging as it is doing in the water, but it isn't easy because you sort of have to throw your body around. You've got to demonstrate arms, you've got to demonstrate legs. So the way I would teach it would be, Okay, crossover, kick out, crossover, kick out. Make sure that you're lifting the knee as the foot goes across, lifting the knee as the leg goes to the side. So there's a little bit of balance that's required for that. And that's why I have this Aqua frame, because I find sometimes it's easier for me to demonstrate using the Aqua frame. So I'll demonstrate the movement patterns so that I get the big picture here. So go big picture first, then identify the key aspects. So the first one is that they're hopping and they're crossing over, so they bring that knee up and pushing the foot down, and then bring the knee up and kicking the leg out. Because what often happens is people kick their foot across and then kick out, kick across and out, which is not really any different from just doing that normal kick to the front and behind the body. But what we want is that external and internal rotation of the hip. Now, I didn't mention this when I was in the water, but you might need to be mindful of those people who perhaps have had some sort of hip surgery, and you would need to go ahead and follow the guidelines of their surgeon or their healthcare provider. Otherwise, you let them know that they probably need to do something else according to the guidelines of their healthcare provider. It's not your job to actually diagnose and provide specific exercises. You're an Aqua instructor, right? Just always remember your scope of practice. But for everybody else, this is really healthy for them to do internal and external rotation. So foot goes over, foot goes out. Now, the reason why I like using the frame is I will often pop my buttock on the side, on the back of it. So I'm sort of placing my bottom on the back, and I'm sort of sitting there because now I can demonstrate the hopping action with a lot more ease. Yep, so bringing the knee up, so you'll need to lift your leg up high to avoid that bottom leg, and then you've got the arms moving across the body, fingers open, and you're sweeping that water over. You would have seen lots of turbulence when I was demonstrating that. The other alternative is that hand action where you're pushing the arm across the body, which is actually a little bit easier to demonstrate as an instructor because this big sweeping arm action sort of really throws you around. The other way that you could use the frame is actually this way, and I've often used this way as well, even just with the stable version, because I can use it to help me with my balance, and it's easier now to demonstrate what the body's got to do. So your body is moving in the opposite direction to where the leg is going. So there's a few things to think about there. I also encourage them to sort of push the heel down, kick the heel out to the side, which helps with driving the motion. But I would say that the most important aspect of this is that you need to encourage them to push the heel down but lift the knee up. So it's knee up over, knee up out. Their heart rate should be soaring. And you saw what I was like when I was in the pool. I was so fatigued, and I hadn't been doing that movement for very long. So do it with the rebound, do it with the stable base, and do combinations of it. It's a great exercise for those classes where perhaps you're doing things like HIIT, and instead of jogging across country skis, this provides a bit of variety. It works all the muscles of the lower body and makes it really interesting, and it elevates heart rate really effectively. And that is this week's Aqua tip.